Mālō e lelei. I've got Anahila here with me today because it's Tongan Language Week, and she's going to help me a bit. Maybe you can help me right at the beginning by saying, I always used to say Mālō lelei. Why aren't I allowed to say that anymore?
Yeah, Mālō lelei, Tongans have 3 levels of hierarchical in terms of the language. So the first one is for commoners, the second is for nobility and members of parliament, and the third highest level is for the royal family. So Mālō e lau mālie is a greeting that you would greet people who are members of parliament, who are church ministers, and who are also of the nobility in Tonga.
Right. Well, that's really interesting. Today we're going to start off greeting some Japanese visitors, but then we will go on to questions. The first question is the Honourable Simon Bridges to the Prime Minister. Does she have confidence in all her ministers? Now, if we were saying that in Tongan, what would we say?
Yeah, so if we were saying it in Tongan, it would be the Uike Minister, Uike Simon Bridges, ko ene whiu ki he pare mia, pe oku whalala ki ene kau minister.
So that'll be, he won't ask it that way, but I think it's interesting that we have the approaches. We then go on to Clayton Mitchell, to Shane Jones about infrastructure and any announcements. A couple of questions on economic management from Amy Adams and Tamati Coffey, both to the Minister of Finance. There are 2 to the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, one from Judith Collins and the other one from Anahila. What's your question, Anahila?
Well, the question, if I was to ask in Tongan, is what steps, if any, has the government taken to ensure families who are renting their homes have secure, stable, warm and dry homes? So it would be, ko hea ngahi whakotūtū e pure anga, o toko ni e ngahi whāmiri, o kunau nofo totongi, ke malu, pea mo mā whana a ngahi api o kunau nofo ai.
Well, I reckon it's shorter in English. We then go on to Jamie Lee Ross about the National Land Transport program, Michael Woodhouse around the State Service Commission guides, the Minister of Health, whether he's been using those properly when doing appointments. Question from Ruth Dyson about Christchurch, Jackie Dean about small business, Paula Bennett to the Minister of Employment about unemployment rates, and Joe Luxton about small business. After questions, we will go on to the Canterbury Earthquakes Insurance Tribunal Bill, the first reading, the Tariff PACER Plus, second reading. It's sort of like a continuation, David Parker, and probably we'll get onto the Statutes Amendment Bill, the Committee of the Whole, and the third reading. It's one of this is a bill which gets lots of minor, we call them rats and mice, tiny wee amendments to a whole pile of different statutes, and it's in the name of the Honourable Opito William Seal. So, and then we'll maybe get on to the Education Teaching Council Aotearoa Amendment Bill in the name of Chris Hipkins. So I just want to say to Anahila, thank you very much for helping me today, and I just want to say that Tongan is quite hard.
It is. They say that it is the oldest Polynesian language.
Right.
Yeah, and Māori being the youngest.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mālō.
Mālō.